sitting like that, it looks like a middleweight. So to say that's heavyweight, that's impressive, man. That's impressive, bro.
I got strong legs. My Instagram is wellfit. That's @_wellfit.
Non-stop, man. So shout out to you for that, man. Shout out to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. But it's also important too. You know what helps me too? Knowing when I need to go, chase after some women, Granville Gittens in the building, you already know. New York City boxing tournament, Golden Glove heavyweight champ of New York, representing Well Fit. That's right. And you checking in with Checkerz. Don't get your chin checked, you heard? Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we hear you now. What's up, brother?
I'm good. How you guys doing today?
Good,
man. Good.
Yeah.
Ready to go work?
Shoot, you can ask me anything, man. I'm an open book, as they say.
Okay.
Right,
cool.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Walk Dame. I'm here with my brother, Mr. Get That Work. We the Checkerz, and we talking to my man, Granville Gittens.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
What's good, my brother? How you, man?
I'm blessed and thankful. Thanks for having me on the show.
We appreciate
My fault,
you,
man. Are you at the gym right now?
Yeah, I'm at one of the gyms I work at. It's called Trooper Fitness. I'm in the break room.
So not only do you box, you also train clients.
But yeah, I'm also a personal trainer. That's my business. I work at a couple different gyms, programs, coaching youth for like mostly youth athletes, group classes, and I do my own personal private sessions as well.
Nice. How long you been doing that, man?
I've been training people for like maybe 10 years, just about. Since I started training youth and like younger people when I was in college, still playing ball and like training high school ball players and stuff like that. And slowly, it became a career. So now as a career, it's been like maybe 2 years.
Being that you have a bit of a background in basketball and you also fight, your training style, what do you kind of feature more?
It just depends on the client's goals and the client's needs. But it depends. If I'm training myself, I have like a blend, because there's things that I learned as a basketball player as far as like warming up. There's things that I learned. Being a personal trainer really helps me with my strength and conditioning, I would say, because I'm always in the gym, and I'm also always around like a punching bag, which I think is the most important thing, is to just getting some bag work, or like every day, or shadow box with some weights like every day. So I really have no excuses.
So you saying all that, your schedule must be real busy, man.
Yeah, well, the life of a trainer, you wake up, there's a lot of there's a lot of bouncing around. So, but that's kind of like how my life always been anyway. So I'm accustomed to it, hopping on a train, shoot out to this part of the city or this part of Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn, I live in Canarsie. And so, I just hop on the L train, make my moves, go downtown. I usually, right now, I have some sessions with some kids in the morning. I'll warm them up. It might be like another personal training session somewhere. I got to shoot out to there. Then 12 o'clock right now, I have sessions at Trooper Fitness on the east side, which is East 54th Street between 2nd and 3rd. That's like an hour session, 12 o'clock. I just finished that. Wow. So now what I'll do is, I got to go to a high school now. Next, I got to go to a high school, and I'm working at a summer camp program. So I'm going to teach a class. Boxing, but that's boxing. I like teaching boxing a lot.
Okay.
I was gonna say, when do you actually get time in to train for boxing?
Well, without divulging too much information. You mean now, like nowadays, like with the schedule?
Yeah.
I would say sparring is. That's the tough part. I work at Gym X. When I do my sparring, I go to Gym X usually. But I'm starting to develop relationship and network with different guys. Like somebody who I worked with a lot was French, guy named the French Revolution, Fred. This French guy who's a pro, and they got a team that Andre's team was at Gym X for a long time. So I was at Gym X doing a lot of sparring during the lockdown with Coach Andre and the Andre Rozier team. And that was good for me because all those guys, most of them are pros or highly experienced. So it toughened me up a lot. And then, you know, just random shit. I do a lot. I let random people just try to hit me sometimes. Like when I'm training my clients, I just tell them hit me. And I work on my defense. You know, some people,
I'm saying you're doing something right because during the fight, man, you knew how to control the distance very well. You were countering very well. Your boxing performance for the championship fight, man, you was real good. You almost looked like you knew everything that was coming at
you. Yeah, well, I fought a lot of southpaws. The guy was a southpaw, and I actually sparred with him before too. So I don't know if that necessarily, I don't think that's why I knew what was coming at me, but I think that gave me a level of confidence and comfort with understanding like I'm pretty sure I can handle this guy. But there's always nerves before a fight no matter what, because I told myself, I know I'm not about to expect that this is going to be like when I sparred with him. I'm going to expect that he's coming at me with some shit that he might have just didn't feel like doing that day.
Yeah.
Right.
So I just know, you know, I just told myself like stay away from the left hand more than anything, because I'm not worried about nobody's jab hurting me. But, you know, I just got to keep my right hand up or get out of the way.
Okay.
You controlled the distance and counted well, man. Salute to you. You looked impressive.
Yeah, thank you. I like to move a lot. I can't help it. I always move my feet a lot. I'm tall. You know, for those who don't know, like, wouldn't know, I'm like 6'5", 6'6". So I have to control the distance to some degree.
Okay. And let me ask, because I wasn't there, I wish I was there. This was in the heavyweight division?
Yeah, 201, under 201.
Under 201, wow. Yeah, I mean, you know, your body frame structure looks like, you know, like a middleweight, like especially like sitting like that, it looks like a middleweight. So to say that's heavyweight, that's impressive, man. That's impressive, bro.
I got strong legs. For a tall guy, I got some good legs, man. You know, I do. I think it comes from basketball, and it comes from just messing around like as a kid all the time. Like I'm accustomed to moving, bouncing around. I always like, you know, throwing kicks and acting like I'm Bruce Lee or Muhammad Ali or some shit.
Right. So, you know, the fact that you mentioned those two, who do you like? I guess to watch tape on, or you studied?
Yeah. You know who I really like watching their defense? I like watching Julio Cesar Chavez because I like how he likes to come forward, but like his head movement coming forward and parrying and blocking punches to me was just really, it looked cool.
Okay.
So I watched a lot of that, and you know, I feel like guys like him, guys who like sit in the pocket, I caught on to that I thought was cool. That caught my attention was Willie Pep, this old school boxer Willie Pep, because his footwork was very like his V steps and all that V step stuff, switching, being able to step and roll and then return a punch from a different side, different stance, walking guys, and you know what I mean. Like that's kind of stuff that I want to work on, because I started boxing like later. I haven't been boxing my whole life, so I want to be able to train and get myself to a level where, all right, this guy is not just a 1-2 punch and a tall guy. This is a guy that he can move, and you know, you make a mistake and he might hit you with some shit. Like don't you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, the fact that you just said that's interesting. So, do you like Vasily Lomachenko? Do you like his style? Because he has a lot of foot movement. Do you like his style?
I like his style. I think he's a little bit flashy, and you know, he lost to you know, I like Teofimo Lopez, of course, the hometown Brooklyn.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I like dudes that they got some stuff, but at the same time, I feel like Teofimo like exposed Vasily in the sense that once somebody was strong enough to just take your shit away and be a little bit stronger than you, faster than you, and sharper than you, then like all that dancing around and all that was dead. You know what I mean?
You know, your amateur career is looking pretty tough. What did you want to do with that? Did you want to do a couple more amateur fights, or was you looking to turn pro?
Right now, I would love to turn pro, and definitely, but I'm not gonna force it. And the way how I think about it is that, you know, I just want to make sure I have enough experience, and you know, I would do it out of love for the sport, not for money, not for fame. And when I feel like basically I've done everything I could do in the amateurs, and when I feel confident that I've fought against and held my own against some of the best fighters, then at that point I would tell myself, all right, let's see what we can make happen. And, you know, depending on how it, and take it from there.
Okay. Now, would you go in, if you was to go pro, what weight class would you actually go? Because would you do cruiserweight or would you do light heavyweight? What would you look towards doing?
So cruiserweight is like 201, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would stick around cruiserweight because I feel comfortable. I used to be light heavyweight, actually. I used to be 178.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, when I first started boxing, competitively, I was light heavyweight. But I actually started boxing in Barbados, so it was a little bit. It was more natural for me to sweat out. In Barbados, it was a little bit easier for me to be a 178 because the team trains like every day. It's very humid out there, and I used to ride my bike a lot.
Mm.
So I was 178 kind of naturally. But I still felt weak compared, like if a light heavyweight who was a stocky guy, I just felt too weak for my frame, if that makes sense.
Right.
Nah, it does. It does. Some people, you know, cutting that much weight, they don't feel as strong. So I definitely understand that. You definitely could lose a lot of strength. Maybe in basketball, you'll feel lighter, quicker on your feet. But when it comes to fighting, there's certain weights that are that magic gap for you and perfect. So maybe it is that, you know, 200, around that 190, 200 number.
Yeah, I feel comfortable at 201. I feel a lot stronger. Even in sparring, I noticed that I wasn't getting as fatigued. I was wearing down the other guys, and I always sparred with people that were heavier than me.
All right, so we do a little segment on here, dream fights. We had Mayweather fight Thomas Hearns. If you could have any era, dead or alive, active fighter, whenever, who would be your dream fight?
Man, like I hate to like not say something new and creative, but honestly, I would really want to see Mike Tyson fight Muhammad Ali, just like in your background.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to see I want to see how them two styles compare. You already know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like, honestly, I think Mike Tyson. I think Ali might. I think it could go either way, but I think Ali would win.
Definitely. I'm Team Ali, man.
We all in agreement on that one. All in agreement.
That's funny with y'all two being Brooklyn boys and y'all going with the Louisville Lip Ali. But
Yeah.
I definitely feel, man, Ali has some great character, and I think that would have just showed throughout the fight, man. Not that Tyson wasn't great and explosive. It's just he has so much great character, man. He was in there with punches, so we know he could take a punch with Foreman, Shavers, Norton. Yeah, man, that would be a great fight, though, man. That's something I think that would be number one on everyone's list.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. And, but you know what? Let's keep it heavyweights. Let me just ask you about a fight real quick. We have Fury and Wilder 3 coming up whenever it comes up. How do you think that fight goes?
I would say I think it's going to be a good fight. I think it might be closer than I think it would be like another close fight, kind of like their first fight.
Right.
I think Wilder's going to make sure that he comes better prepared. I don't think, you know what I mean? Like, and we got to see if Fury can maintain that level. I like what he did. I think Fury is a great boxer. Honestly, I feel like Fury is a better boxer than Wilder.
Oh, yeah.
And then it seemed like he just outboxed him in the second fight. And he made it look kind of easy too. I don't know about all of the other drama behind all that, but I think it would be like the first one. Maybe Fury wins on points. Yeah, only time will tell. I don't know them guys like that to be able to say he can or can't do it. I'm interested in looking forward to seeing it, and I just want to see a good fight. But I do think Fury is the better boxer.
Definitely.
Yeah.
When he's doing his shit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, yo, we appreciate you coming on, man, and thank you for your time, brother. Keep it going, and the next tournament you in, hit us up so we can give you a shout out and feature you on your win and your company, brother.
Oh, thank you. My brand and my Instagram is WellFit. That's @_WellFit_. I do personal training. Also, this gym that I'm repping right now, this is Trooper Fitness. We're located on 54th Street in Manhattan, East 54th, between 2nd and 3rd Avenue. And anybody that comes through could get 3 free classes. You could take any of my classes or any of the other coaches' classes. We got some awesome coaches, some beautiful coaches. There's a lot going on. It's good vibes all the time. Everybody's welcome. And you get 3 free classes, no strings attached. I also train youth. So if anybody got kids that they want to help with their strength, their athleticism, their speed, their boxing, whatever the case may be, I do that as well. And I'm always willing to work with different people on situations, like just to make it work for whatever the case is, person for person. So,
yo, everything that you're doing, man, I gotta applaud you, man, because it takes a lot of work to be consistent every single day. Like, you're non-stop, man. So shout out to you for that, man. Shout out to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. But it's also important too. You know what helps me too? Knowing when I need a break, and knowing when I need to go, chase after some women,
relieve some stress. Yeah, I feel you.
But you gotta always get back to it. You gotta always get back to it and tell yourself, you gotta know when to tell yourself too, like, damn, I've been bullshitting for the last couple of days. Gotta get back to it. And then when you get back to it, you feel so good and the ball is rolling again.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all too. Enough respect for the show and putting a platform for people like me too. It's necessary, and I appreciate you.